Welcome back to Rudy's 1/6 World for another First Thoughts video. And Hot Toys made two announcements last night. The first being the standard version of the D23 Spidey, which I won't cover since it's just missing the additional accessories. And the second is the one we'll be looking at here, which is the Neon Tech Iron Man with Suit Up Gantry from Iron Man 2. And this one is also listed as a Hot Toys exclusive, although at this point I'm not really sure what that means anymore. There is also a special edition of this one, only available at the Shanghai store, which consists of an additional chest and faceplate with some translucent elements. If you can't tell by now, I'm not really at all excited with this one. So, like with the Mark V reissue, this isn't going to be a full-on First Thoughts video, and I apologize in advance if it comes off as a bit of a rant. Again, the figure is probably going to be okay. Personally, I was never a fan of the Neon Tech suits, but they're okay. Here, the Gantry looks the same as the previous releases, just painted in that Neon Tech pattern. I do have the original Gantry, and I love that piece. So again, I don't have any complaints on the design of the piece itself or the engineering of it. And I think if you do get this, you'll be happy with what you're getting. So again, figure, okay. The issue here is, what is Hot Toys doing? Now, starting in August, we've gotten some new characters and new figures, but the majority of the figures announced have been either 2.0s, variants, or straight up reissues. Including, we've gotten a new stealth suit Cap, a reissue of the Justice League Tactical Batman. For Star Wars, we've gotten chrome versions of previously released figures. And for Iron Man, we've gotten the Mark V reissue. We've gotten the Civil War Iron Man, the Mark III Diecast 2.0, the holographic convention exclusive, and now throw in this Neon Tech version. And it just feels like Hot Toys is being lazy and milking these for all they're worth. Now, clearly these make them money, right? I mean, that's the reason why they continue to revisit the license. And it makes sense, right? Iron Man, Batman, Star Wars, they're very popular. So they have to make them money. And that's the reason why we're getting these releases. And I know what some people might be saying. If you don't like it, don't buy them, which is a fair point, and you are 100% right. I'm not buying it. But what's irritating about all these reissues to me is, what are they doing to figures we already have on pre-order? Now, I'm not being unrealistic here or unreasonable, and I understand that the pandemic is still impacting production of figures. But with all the delays they have going, is now the time for all these reissues? I mean, it begs the question, is Hot Toys really hurting this much for funds, where they feel the need to dive back into the well for IPs that are clearly profitable to them? And again, with all these reissues in the queue now, is that going to push back figures we have on pre-order? I mean, at this point, Hot Toys clearly has the manufacturing expertise to handle these and crank them out, especially since they're not much different from what came before. But is that going to result in them expediting these releases over other figures? Case in point, Cable released extremely late. Endgame Loki still not released. And yeah, on a personal level, it gets boring to keep these announcements coming. At least for me. If you're excited about them, then that's great, and I don't mean to put a damper on your excitement. But for me, it's just more of the same. It's kind of also why I haven't been super excited about the in-art releases, because we've seen them before. Although in-art is trying to get a foothold in the market, so I understand why they're doing what they're doing. Well, Hot Toys is king right now, and again, not sure what their thought process is, but when we wait for the Wednesday night or Friday morning announcements and it's another Iron Man, I can't help but be disappointed. But then again, maybe that's our fault as collectors and we don't support more original figures. Who knows? All I know is that with all the reissue announcements, at least it does free up some of the figure budget I have for other companies and their releases. So that's it. Again, sorry for another rant. We'll call it Rant 2.0 with our reissue theme going. But what do you think about this reissue 2.0 craziness? Does it bother you, or is it just something we should expect with Hot Toys? Let me know, and if you are enjoying the content, this rant notwithstanding, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll touch base on the next video.